Hey, welcome back to the channel where you get to watch me build my Minimax 1100r with a Volkswagen modification for a half VW actually. I was having a little trouble actually with the hold on a second. I was having a little trouble with the height of my bench. It worked like phenomenal. It was a perfect height for the wing and for the first part of the fuselage, but then it was getting a little more difficult actually to get up on top and actually work on it. So I picked up a couple of these crank things. I saw the guys at Stewart Systems on one of their videos. They were using these actually to when they were covering to like hold the vertical stabilizer and the rudder, and they used two of them, I think, maybe to like hold an aileron. So it seemed really useful and helpful when it comes to the covering process. So I figured I might as well pick them up now. They're like 20 bucks a piece, and they allow me much better access from a height standpoint, a lot better access to work on this rather than having it up here where I can't quite see it. So anyway, what I'm gonna do today is I want to get this piece epoxied on. So I just have a few staples to pull here. I want to pull all the staples up front here. I've got one more side to pull some staples from on there. So I'll have a little staple pulling fest first, and then I will, and then I'll move on to getting set up to get this piece epoxied on here. What we did yesterday turned out great, actually. This looks really good. What we did here and what we did here. So that makes me happy. I just have to flush this up to the edge right here. And right here, when I have my flush router out, I'll just go ahead and run it across there and take care of that. Yeah, so, and then once I get all the staples out, I can flush route this off of here. And then we will go from there. Nice view down the top there. All right. All right, let me get the staple puller. All right, so we're gonna flush route this. Obviously, you've seen how extremely useful this tool is, so. Alright, so I've got this area here all prepped for this piece here, which is going to go right there, like so. Let's try it the other way. It's going to go right there, like so. Yeah, there we go. So that's going to go there, and then once I get that, I'll do the same. I'll flush route the inside of that, because I'll have this other piece probably to do the same with. So I flush routed all of this forward section right here, so you can see all that. Now, I'm not super picky at the moment, because I actually have to run a half-inch router, a half-inch radius, actually, everywhere on the fuselage edges except for where the landing gear goes, which is this section right down here. So everywhere else we'll get a half-inch radius, and it basically takes the mostly just the plywood right down to the corner of the longeron, but leaves a nice radius. And I'll end up radiusing the you know, this edge here, this edge, this outside edge will get radiused, so it'll all have a nice kind of a nice look there. Right here at the front, I took the I took the flush router to this. I'll just have to take my Zona saw and finish this off right here, because when I put this piece of plywood on here, right here, it'll actually butt up against this plywood here. So yeah, so let me mix up some epoxy and we can get this piece on, and then we can come back here and get the tail piece on, and then I'm going to cut another piece. There's actually another piece that has to go back here as well, and I'll find that here. It's actually this one right here. It's that station, and the top side gets the plywood, bottom side gets the gussets, and it gets a 1 1/4 inch hole in it. So it's pretty much right in the middle of it. So that's here. All right, so I went ahead and prepped this as well. This one actually goes right in front of this last station right here. Just goes up in here like that. So that gets epoxied on. So I've got that ready to epoxy. I have a couple more triangles to epoxy, and then I've got this to epoxy. Once I get this staple in place, then I can measure these. And actually, you know, I think I can actually clamp this in place right now and then measure these, and I could staple these on first and then just butt this up against it. That sounds genius. Let me do that. I just have to clean up a little bit of glue squeezed out right here. Who doesn't like a file named Bastard? Should be right there. All right, so we got that nice and flush to the back here. let's cut that off real quick. And we'll test fit her in there. And we gotta take the line off. Should be good. Perfect fit. All right. Those are prepared for epoxy. All right, so that's it for me today, and thanks so much for hanging out with me and checking out the video. So we got this all routed up here, and then we got these pieces attached that finish off the cockpit area there, and then back here we got this piece in place, and we got a couple triangles down there, and then we got the back piece here on. And I tested out a couple of covers. I tried they had two different styles. One was a dome one, and this one was the one with the recess. And actually, you know, I have to say they actually both fit perfectly fine in here. So I was curious about if I was going to have to modify this hole or not, and really I don't. It's hard to do that with one hand, but anyway, the cover actually fits really good, so I think either one will be sufficient for sure. I'm gonna stop there before I break something. Trying to do it with one hand. So let's pop that out of there. Yeah, so no need to worry about that. This one works fine. The dome one, like this, actually works fine. It's just a little bit, it's a little bit flimsier in my opinion. And the other one's a little stiffer. Obviously, if it's bent like that, it's going to be stiffer. So that's cool. Yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me today. You know, I appreciate it. And yeah, you know, I'll catch you later. Oh, wait, before I go, just one slight confession. I know some of you are thinking, how on earth does he get so much time to work on his airplane? And I have to tell you, my wife has been gone for about a month now, and we've got a couple more weeks to go before I'll see her again. She went to visit with my daughter and our grandkids, and so I'll meet up with her pretty soon, and then she'll be back home. So it's like sit at home and watch TV, or come to the shop and work on the airplane. So so that's the main reason why I've been able to make so much progress in the last few weeks, and not because she's gone, just because I'm choosing to be here rather than at home by myself. So yeah, so there's that. I'm sure some of you have been wondering, but anyway, yeah, this is looking really good, and I'm super happy with it. I'm glad I picked up the sawhorses, today. That's really helpful. And yeah, I will catch you later for real this time. All right.